Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Friday, September 6th, 2024, and I am continuing my search for my first snakehead. Although this time, instead of going all in, I've come to a spot where maybe they are, maybe they're not, but I'm also banking on some other fish being here. So instead of just targeting snakeheads exclusively, I'm just gonna go fishing and see if I can't get anything to bite. This creek right here is a creek where snakeheads are known to be located, and this dam is really the first obstacle, the first real obstacle on said creek as these fish would make their way upstream. Would the snakeheads be able to get over this? Possibly, but I think it's more likely that they're just kind of stopping here and milling around because they've got a nice deep hole here and I'm sure there's plenty for them to eat, so why waste the effort to go any further up? So that's kind of what I'm counting on. We'll see if I'm right. Fish on, look at that. First cast. What do we got? It is a largie. All right, good sign. There's fish here. There we go. Another bass. All right, well, even if that's all that's here, I wouldn't mind catching bass all day. Fish on. Wow. They must be stacked up underneath these falls here. They're not big, but it's fast action. All right. Let's keep the train moving, I guess. Oh, fish on. Wow, I did not even start cranking. What is this? Crappie! All right, I'll take these too. Okay. I think I nicked that fish's gills. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's not good. Hope that fish makes it. Fish on. It's fighting hard, whatever it is. It's a catfish. I saw something long and slender and I thought, I think this might be him, but nope. It's a channel cat. Fought like a train. All right, buddy. He wanted that fluke. All right. you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna grab the hook. If I can grab it, yeah. And just gonna nope, it doesn't want to come out. There we go. All right. Well, that was a nice little surprise. Look at this. The hook is freaking mangled just from trying to get it out of him. Have to get a new one. Well, the spillway bite dried up. For the past hour, all I've been getting is little pecks from tiny fish. So I moved above it. I'm fishing the main lake now. I don't think there's any snakeheads in this lake. There could be, but I just don't think that they either can't make it over that dam or they just don't because they don't need to. I mean, fish are lazy, so you got to think path of least resistance with them. Well, the shoreline access for this pond is not the best. It's pretty much limited to that wooden walkway that you see over there. So I fished all along there, didn't get any bites. I'm gonna bail on this place and I'm gonna hit another pond that is nearby. Again, that spot could have snakeheads, could not have snakeheads, but I'm just fishing today. So sit tight and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, here we are at spot number 2. Similarly to the last spot, this lake flows into a creek that has snakeheads in them. I do not believe that the snakeheads can actually make it up through the spillway and into this lake, but you never know with those things. They just seem to show up apparently. But I have caught bass and pickerel here before, so that's kind of what I'm targeting. And I have an outside, very, very outside chance to catch a snakehead. They got a turtle who's very interested in me. Wonder if he thinks I'm gonna feed him. What do you feed turtles anyway? I know snapping turtles, it's easy to figure out because they'll eat anything. But this does not look like a snapping turtle. So, who knows? Alright, I can't resist. No, he doesn't like it. See, a snapper would have been all over that. Snappers don't give a fuck. Alright, so this is where the outflow from the lake discharges. And I don't believe, if there are snakeheads, I don't believe that they can get up past this. Because they would have to go through that pipe and have to go straight up. Which I don't think they're going to be able to do. I am seeing a bunch of sunfish swimming in here. So, if a snakehead did decide to make his way up this far, there'd be something for him to eat. Oh, fish on. Little guy. Ah, look at that. He was just curious. And he wound up getting a hook in his throat. Oh, and he wound up taking a header on the concrete. Well, he had a bad day. So I'm sure a lot of you have noticed those structures off in the distance. So there's really no secret as to where I'm fishing today. If you know, you know. But I don't think there are many people in this area who don't know about this place. Fish on. I'm just gonna skate him in. He's not very big. All right. What the heck? This? What is that? That might be a warmouth. And if it is, it's the first one I've ever caught. It's not a green sunfish. At least I don't think. Yeah, I think that's a warmouth. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get a couple of pictures just to ask around and confirm. Oh, very interesting. I wanted to catch my first snakehead, but instead, I caught my first warmouth. Or at least what I think is my first warmouth. All right, back he goes. Fish on. Hit it right next to the outflow. Ah, bluegill. Oops. All right, well, something's biting here anyway. Hoping for bass or pickerel, but if they're not around, I'll take sunfish. I'm not picky. Well, the sun is setting and my tummy is rumbling, so I think that is the end of the day. In terms of numbers of fish caught, today was merely okay, but it was certainly eventful. That first spot was a place I had never fished before. Wound up catching a few bass and a surprise catfish, which for a moment I thought might have been my snakehead, but that was not the case, unfortunately. And then I came to this pond and I did catch my first ever, not of a snakehead, but a warmouth. And anytime you can cross another species off the list, even if you're not targeting them, that's pretty special. So all in all, I thought this was a great day, and glad I took off of work to do it. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.